Heidi Teltelpa, a 17-year-old nursing student, works as a coffee kiosk here at the brightly lit 96th Street subway station.
I feel like in general this station doesn't have a lot of crimes or homeless people.
This year, MTA customers ranked the station as one of the cleanest and safest subway stations.
This is my favorite station ever. Really nice, there's air conditioning, it's always clean.
This station compared to other stations, I would feel safer here in this station. This neighborhood in general, I usually see a lot more officers than in other stations.
The New York City subway system is one of the largest subway systems in the world, with more than 3.6 million riders come through every day. After work, Heidi walks to the number 6 line to take the train back to the Bronx.
When I go to 149th Street, there's only 2 officers there, and they don't stay there for long. They stay there for around 15 minutes, about, or maybe up to 30 minutes.
Customers rated this station, 3rd Avenue 149th Street, near the bottom of the list on cleanliness and safety.
We do have, I see police officers, but I don't think it's really
It's more of like the police don't really care what they're doing, I guess. Like, it's just their job.
I don't feel safe, and it's heightened since the pandemic has happened.
NYPD crime data shows that felony subway crime increased by 40% so far this year compared to 2021, which has put commuters on edge. In October, New York Governor Hochul and New York City Mayor Adams responded.
We have a crime-fighting strategy. We've leaned into proven law enforcement strategies, investing in new technologies that'll make a difference. And we're providing New Yorkers the support and the help they need. Here's what we're calling it: cops, cameras, care.
And I won't rest, and the governor won't rest, and our team won't rest until this system is a safe place for all who utilize the system.
The first of the 3-pronged strategy will add 1,200 police officers at about 300 stations during rush hour. MTA security guard will be present to deter fare evasion, and security cameras will be installed in every subway car by 2025. However, Danny Perlstein doesn't see cops and cameras as a solution.
We see police as a panacea, and we ask police to do far more than they're capable of with the very limited tools they have. The amount of camera coverage is so vast that no one's going to be watching the footage proactively.
The third component is a care program, which dedicates 50 psychiatric beds as a shelter for about 1,300 homeless people living in the subway.
We have much optimism that these efforts will be game changers.
People living in the transit system with a mental illness are often perceived as a threat by commuters, even if they just need help themselves.
And I would actually talk to the homeless people and say, you know, we have a shelter. They would say, I'm not going to a shelter. And then I would say, why not? They would say they're dirty, they're unsafe, and I got robbed there. We need to give them viable resources. And right now, the homeless don't have that.
Mayor Eric Adams downplays the subway crime as a public perception and blames the media for exacerbating fares.
The public doesn't feel safe. You can't change the perception, especially if the perception is accurate. But what we can do is be aggressive.
But surprisingly, NYPD crime data shows that the number of crime complaints received this year so far in the district of 96th Street Station is about twice higher as the district of 3rd Avenue 149th Street Station, which seems like people might have the wrong perception of subway station safety.
I could see how they're saving more crime here since I've seen police officers since I came in, and I come in usually at 6:45. But when it comes to the Bronx, you know, the station's open way earlier, and I don't see them at all. They save more crime here because there are usually more police officers here.
If a crime occurs on the subway in one of those more dangerous neighborhoods, then it's a subway crime. And so then it can be felt palpably by people who live on the Upper East Side or the Upper West Side or Park Slope, a place that is, you know, as far as anyone knows, has no crime.
The New York City Council held a joint oversight hearing with the NYPD and MTA about subway safety on December 12th. MTA says they are determined to make riders feel safe regardless of the cost and are spending $1 million per month to deter fare evasion. However, whether those promises can help commuters to feel safe again is yet to be seen.